Hello, guys, and thank you so much for tuning back in to another episode of The Real Combo. I know, don't get me if, listen, as you can see, I'm not good with the whole clocking in process. So that's why she's the whole entrepreneur over here, okay? But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Real Combo. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, comment, share your thoughts down below. If you agree with the commentary, let me know why. If you disagree with the commentary, for goodness sake, let me know why. Okay, now that I have all the house rules out of the way. As you can see in the title, we're going to be conversating and having a conversation about those the Miss City Girls. We have Monique, Taraji P. Henson, and then we're also going to discuss the whole Nene Leaks and Porsha Williams fiasco and how messy that whole jazz is. Oh my God, they are being so freaking messy. And I think we just get right into it with they not being more messy than JT and Young Miami are being towards each other right now. I think it's safe to say we can confirm that the City Girls have broken up. I looked for the post before I went live here. There was a post on either Hollywood Unlocked, The Neighborhood Talk, or All About the Tea. One of those three. With a post of Uncle Luke and Carisha together, and the caption on the post read something to the nature of, and I'm paraphrasing here, this is not, of course, word for word what the post said, because I don't have it up in front of me, so don't come on this video saying, oh, I saw that post, and that's not exactly what it said. What it had said, word for word, verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing here. She said, Uncle Luke wrote, it take a special person to get me up and out in the studio. This gonna be a good one, y'all. So I don't know. Is we gonna get a big on with it? I feel like if we get Young Miami and Uncle Luke together, it's not gonna look right. Yeah, it's gonna have the Miami sound. Miami on Miami, yes, it's gonna be good for Miami culture, but I mean, I take that back. I don't even think that that'll be good for Miami culture, because it's like when you think of Young Miami, it's like, where in the heck is JT? What are we doing here? Why is JT not on the venue? Why she does not have a verse? What is going on? So while that may be, and like I said, I really don't think that that's going to be good for even Miami's culture. We just, I don't know. I guess this is the the initial process of breaking it through our brains that, hey, let's forget about Young Miami slash Carisha with the JT as a duo in the City Girls. It's going to be Carisha and JT as solo moving forward. I guess this is the beginning of them trying to get the audience and their fans used to that whole ordeal, because to me, when I saw it, I had to brace myself. I had to like go back in my brain, like, oh, okay, this is only going to be something that Young Miami Carisha is doing. This is not a City Girls project, because I'm having to break my brain down there and say, oh, they're not a duo anymore. They're not together, which is dumb to me. And I want to redact a couple of statements that I made the other day on a previous video about JT and Carisha. Let me just give you guys my truthful, honest thoughts here about JT and Carisha splitting up. And let me first and foremost say this. I do not believe in friendship to the point where you are supposed to jeopardize your entire everything to remain faithful to a friendship. I'm not one of those people that think like that. However, when JT went to prison for scamming, because you know where the scammers at, where the bag at, and then in the video they were scamming, baby. Carisha was looking around, bobblehead left to right, looking around while JT was up under the table swiping credit cards. So they came in the game letting y'all know, hey, scammianas, girl, we the girls in the hood that be doing the scams. We the girls in the hood that be doing fraud. We the girls in the hood that we be having white collar crimes. We the girls in the hood that be going to the feds because we be messing with white collar crimes. Okay? That's who JT and Young Miami is. Okay? That's what we bring into the music industry for the female rappers. We scammers. Okay? Do you understand? We are the scammers. Are you not understanding? Because I understood loud and clear the image that they were portraying when they were on their come up. Right? Okay. Now I said all that to say this. JT, you then go to prison for scamming. Not only do you go to prison, you go to federal prison. More serious crime, fed time involved. Even let me just break it down to you like this. Okay, case in point, let me land it and bring it all home. The song that City Girls had with Drake before JT when it did her time, that was a big hit song. Yo, Keisha, do you love me? You know what I'm talking about? Netflix and chill. Remember how iconic and big, just like when Carisha said, you're going to get flued out, how big that had became. The Netflix and chill whole verse off in that song with City Girls and Drake had became a big deal. Now, let's just think about it. You got these young, beautiful African-American female artists on the rise in this record with Drake, the life of Drake. And in this record, the female is clearly shouting out Netflix and chill. And let's not even act like Netflix cannot afford some cleanup, because baby, when Monique had the peoples down at the welfare line in the hood, the FHA loan peoples, the people of a certain demographics had boycotted the Netflix because baby, I did not get my Netflix back until Monique hit into that deal. That lawsuit that she had against Netflix was settled. It's when I got my Netflix back, and I heard, and it seemed like she got her comedy special on there. So that let me know that it was all worked out in her favor, although we didn't have all the details. The fact that I saw Monique on Netflix with her own comedy special let me know that it worked out in her favor, because she wasn't gonna go on there for what y'all thought y'all was gonna give her. So we all seen that unfold right before our eyes. So let's not act as if Netflix could not afford to continue to try to captivate those customers from a certain demographic that we all know Carisha for sure represents. You have City Girls, Carisha, JT, Drake on a record, and they endorsing and saying Netflix and chill. We never saw any Netflix deal for Drake and the City Girls duo. Hey Keisha. We never seen like a link up between them and Netflix. You mean it? Like, come on. Tell me if there wasn't Drake and a Cardi B, or Drake and a Megan Thee Stallion. Come on. Or Drake and Sexy Red. Come on. That they, with a song, with a record, and in the record, one artist is shouting out Netflix like Carisha did with the Netflix and chill verse. They were supposed to get a deal. With the City Girls having the whole representation on their back that they're scammers, and JT was currently in prison, certain elite sponsors possibly, in my opinion, because that would have been a perfect time for them to get a deal with someone like Netflix, because they put so many eyes back on Netflix just from that one line in the verse. Right? Why was there never a deal? In my opinion, if I just had to really think about it and think about all of the behind the scenes that goes into the decision making when doing these type of deals with said artists, it's clear as day. Their image was already boxed in said category. JT is in prison. They already hoe rap, which we could get around that. We could clean that up and make it look like they're just free spirits and just this is a Miami thing. There were so many ways around that part. But I believe it was the fact that JT was in prison and it made their image look bad, which cut them off from certain deals that they would never, ever gain access to, or would have never, ever gained access to, because while they are doing all of these individual interviews and individual projects, I just not have yet heard it come out of either one of their mouths confirming, saying when asked the question, are JT and Young Miami no longer a duo, I've not heard either JT or Carisha respond and say, yes, like we're no longer a duo. The City Girls is no longer. In fact, I hear them saying it's City Girl shit forever, even when you think it ain't City Girl shit. So I don't know, who knows? But are they breaking up? I mean, the way they move, and it seems like they breaking up. But I feel like the fact that that kind of box them and certain deals that they'll never gain access to, all because of you, JT, going to prison. And what did your friend do when you went to prison? She held it down, pregnant and all. She paid for y'all to be played certain places, and she paid for y'all to get certain, attention from certain people, blogs. She did what she needed to do. She did interviews. She kept y'all talked about when she got too big and pregnant where she couldn't work or do performances or go out and physically promote. She kept herself talked about, her and Saucy Santana doing lives on Instagram, kept y'all's name, City Girls, Free JT, Young Miami, City Girl shit in the algorithm of social media, so that y'all could remain relevant until you came home. And then not only that, the girl had done got pregnant, JT. If you see this video and you hear this, you've never had a baby before, so you don't really know what goes on with a woman when she's pregnant and getting through that first trimester, taken from somebody myself who just had a miscarriage, honey. And I wasn't doing very much of nothing. It takes a lot to carry a baby and plus to work and do all of the stuff that she was doing. Promoting y'all, promoting not only herself, but promoting herself was promoting you too. What did she do? She stayed down. Yes, she benefited, but she still could have just pushed herself. She still could have just been lazy and said, oh, this was JT idea to rap anyway. I don't know the words to the songs. I don't be on beat. I can't even write. I'll just wait for her to come home and we'll pick it back up when she get home, because this not really something I want to do anyway. No, she seen what was going on because she was the one out here living in it while you were locked up. Capitalized off of every opportunity made available to you guys. She was smart about everything that she did. Places that she got y'all seeing, the places that you guys were seeing, she made sure she worked. She worked. I can honestly say that. She worked, JT. 2018, 2017, 17, 18, 19. Young Miami worked her ass off for the City Girls. And yes, I did say on a previous video that, if this is the real reason why we've seen this sudden, disassociation from JT when it comes to Carisha, because of all of the allegations that have come out about Diddy. And JT just does not want herself associated with said imagery. Then I understood that, but then I thought about it. Well, y'all imagery was all jacked up because, baby, there's no way in the world y'all should not have gotten a Netflix deal after that song that y'all did the collaboration with Drake. That was a big deal. That song was a hit. That song was not a flop under any circumstances. And anybody that says that it is just a fucking hater. Period, point blank. However, she stayed down. She promoted y'all. And like I said, I understand all of that about, hey, I just don't want to be associated. Maybe there's other stuff going on behind the scenes. And JT probably just using this as the reason to be like, okay, yep, I'm for sure out of here now. Bye. But no, this would not even be a reason for you, Miss JT, to be like, oh, okay, I'm for sure out of here now. Like if you were ever looking for a reason and now that something has remotely happened to where it looks like, well, whatever has been going on between y'all, because it's obvious that there is something going on behind the scenes with you guys, because to me, it seems like when JT came home, because she hadn't lived in the fame and celebrity in the financial gain of it all the way that Young Miami had, she was a little behind. Okay, right, fine, cool, no problem. Bam, COVID hits. Before COVID hit, she already in a transitional house where she has a curfew, so she's limited in activity and what she can do on a day-to-day basis. So every day she has to literally make it count. Bam, as soon as she get out of the transition housing where she can start moving around and going to the studio a little bit more often, What happens? COVID happens. The world shuts down. Nobody's really hardly working. I believe JT got lazier. I believe she just got lazy. Young Miami, knowing how much work has to go into these projects for them to hit and blow, she looking like, girl, get up. We got work to do. Hard as I've been working while you been gone, busting my ears. Girl, we got work to do. What are you doing? We have work to do. And I'm going to need you to clock in and go to Rikiana. That's what I'm going to need from you, Miss JT, is to go to Rikiana. And I think in true Sagittarius fashion, Miss JT was on some when I feel like it. Who gonna make me? Not you. Period. I ain't doing it today. Write a verse. Girl, I got so many verses. Girl, get one out the drawer in there. Girl, I know different verses. I don't need to practice them. I know them by heart. Here go Young Miami. Yeah, but even though you know the verses about heart, bitch, you can't dance and move. So you need to get up. We need to be going practicing our dances, working out, doing all that. We need to go book shows. We need to be doing interviews. We need to be promoting. We need, something like that, maybe along those lines. I think it was just JT was not taking it so serious. She wasn't as eager to get up and go and work. It looked like on the outside looking in, trying to guess at what's going on from what we could see as the general public, that JT did not want to work. And so Carisha ventured off and found other things to do while her name was and is still hot. And that's how we got the podcast. Carisha, please. And then I think once that whole thing happened, that made JT feel like, she making money other ways, so she already wasn't writing no verses and really can't rap no ways and don't never remember the words to the song. So she don't really found something that she could do where she don't even have to do none of that. She done started making posts talking about, honey, I retired. I don't even rap anymore. Yeah, I remember when she tweeted that. When Young Miami tweeted that crap, that she retired, that she don't even rap no more. Now, Mr. Diddy and his empire is dwindling down, gone down in the ditch. And she needs. Oh, girl, I was just playing. I'm a rapper, girl. No, girl. I was just playing. Oh, y'all know I be playing, y'all. Y'all know Miss Youngs be playing. Y'all know I be playing with the years out. That kind of stuff. But I think it was something something like that. And this is what we are getting now. I think that they are friends. I think Young Miami showed herself to be a true friend to JT while she was in prison. I think JT could not have asked for her to support her any better than what we saw. I mean, that was a friend, in my opinion, the way that Young Miami delivered and gave her support. I mean, it was real. And it was what a friend was supposed to do during that time. I don't want to see a city girl break up. I want to see them together. I'm not for this breakup of these young Black African-American female artists. Female rap is already a minority when it comes to the industry. Rap is already a minority as period when it comes to music in the industry. And then when you break it down to rap, male and female, males are more respected in the music industry, more respected by the industry more than females are. That's what I'm trying to say. Males are respected more by the industry than females are. So they are already at the very, very bottom of, the hierarchy system. So no, I'm not interested in seeing them break up. I want to see them stick together. I want to see them thug this out and work this out. I want to see them act as grown women and stop being catty. And I would like to see them put their egos aside. And I would like for them both to take accountability for what both has done to one another, because I think both ladies could be guilty of being a little catty. And I say that because of stuff like this. Now, girl, Y'all know I had some clips and not just our conversation for y'all, honey. Now, girl, why are you? Hold on, let me show you. Girl, what is you doing? What are you doing? Because that I don't get. Hold on. Let me see. Can somebody explain to me why do we have headlines like this? Why? Where's JT? Young Miami and Lotto turning up last night at the club. Both ladies look amazingly beautiful. Both ladies are gorgeous. Both ladies look like mint water. You know, I'm just saying. But where in the F is JT? Look at that don't look like Young Miami. Yes, we can have different friends. Yes, we can all have, you have your friends, I have my friends, and then me and you, we are friends. That's all fine and dandy. But this looks messy as hell. Where is Miami? But then again, nobody is saying where is Santana, and Santana is both their friends. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just didn't like how it looked. It looked messy as hell to me. Let me see what the people saying down in the comments, honey. Let's see. Let me scroll through here, honey, because baby, let's see what the people are saying. JT, keep your distance, sis. Let them flockers flock. Two flocks. Another person said, Carisha love the girls. It's JT that doesn't. Oh, well, damn. Another person said, Carisha said, I'm not kissing Nikki. Well, I can't say that I'm mad there because I don't like the lap dog in JT. But that's a whole nother video. And I can't say that I'm not mad. I'm not upset with Young Miami choosing to be her own woman and not somebody's lap dog. Yeah. The fact that Miami is living and y'all mad in these comments is crazy, girl. We not mad. We just saying this don't look right. Where is JT? An opinion don't mean mad. Y'all be going crazy. Y'all don't respect people's opinions no more. No more. Hold on, honey. I'm gonna read a couple more and then we're gonna move on. Lotto can't do no wrong in my eyes. Another person said, Barbs, ignore the duds. Why are y'all even on this post? See, that just that just aggravated my soul. Just because one of them was on her. Oh my goodness. Can they just go? Can the Barbs just go away? Okay. Another person says, they throwing money and I'm struggling. I hate being a teacher. For real. Girl, they do need to put some type of law in Congress where teachers have to make at least $75,000 a year. At the least. At the least, they could at least pay teachers $75,000 in every state. In every United States of this here America. Yes, they could. That's crazy. I feel you, Miss Teacher. Hopefully they'll change that. Another person said, I see what's going on. Miami didn't really care to reconcile with Nikki. It was important to JT because rapping is her passion. You know what? See, let me get out of here because here this comes where y'all finna start just putting y'all version of y'all two and two together and start making something that's just what you think, a whole reality, and that's just what you think with y'all messy asses. And speaking of being messy, that's gonna take me to my next topic, Miss. You know what? Is Nene Leaks coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? If so, I need to know about that, Miss Michelle Atelian. I always mess up your name, Michelle Atelian. Atelian. Michelle Atelian. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Michelle Atelian. Is she coming back? Is she coming back? Now, what in the hell is Porsha? See, at first, now I don't really hold on. Let's go through this mess and this gossip and this messiness behavior, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God, this messy ass behavior amongst the housewife girls is beyond me. No, it's not. I'm really here for it. Let me go ahead and do a quick shareitization of the screen. Just one momento, guys. We're going to share the screen, and I'm going to take my headphones out here so you guys can hear exactly what it is that I hear. And we're going to get into this Porsha and Nene Leaks crusade because according to Nene, she said Porsha has stopped her bags, has stopped her bag. That's what she has said. This is what she's saying, y'all. So let me let y'all get into it. Hold on. Fair use.
Excited. I haven't seen.
Okay. It says Nene Leaks accuses Porsha Williams of going to a production company and refusing to work with her due to issues they've had in the past. Let's hear.
Porsha, we always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Porsha are going to kill this part. I get to LA on Tuesday. They tell me to go straight to,
Hold on. I don't. Okay.
To the studios. Porsha said, Porsha. So me and her can chop. Excited. I haven't seen Porsha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Porsha are going to kill this part. I get to LA on Tuesday. They tell me to go straight to, to the studios. I need to go into wardrobe. Once I got into wardrobe, I'd chosen to wear like this silver color. They showed me a picture of Porsha. They said Porsha's wearing something similar in color, and maybe I would choose something else because we were going to be, side by side doing this scene. No problem. I gave them a whole different look. They told me we were going to be having rehearsal. At rehearsal, I didn't see Porsha. There was a stand-in. We broke for lunch. We came back. We were going to do a whole run-through. I still didn't see Porsha. I'm just waiting to see Porsha, right? I'm excited to see Porsha. I'm like, well, I want to, make that excited. I haven't seen Porsha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. Chop it up. So Porsha never came. We wrapped for the evening. I went back to my hotel. When I got to my hotel, production called me and asked me if I had any issues with any housewives because they were going to be recasting the other position. And I was like, oh my God, no, like what? And they were going to recast the position that Porsha was playing. And I was like, what? Why? And they said, do you have any issues with Kim Zolciak, Cynthia Bailey, Marlo Hampton? And I was like, no, like I just saw Kim recently and we talked. I talked to Cynthia Bailey often. I talked to Marlo Hampton often. No, like they ultimately cast Cynthia Bailey and she was flown out to LA on Wednesday. We did the part together. I was later told that Porsha said, so me and her can chop it up. So Porsha did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues from the past, and she did not want to work with me. Let me take that in for a second. Listen. I am more than disappointed. Porsha and I have double dated a few times, okay? Okay. Simon had a birthday. We were all in Miami together. We hung out for the whole weekend to celebrate Simon's birthday. We all decided one weekend to go to Vegas to see Usher. We all went to Vegas to see Usher, couples. I was in Dubai. Porsha and Simon were in Dubai. We all hung out. Porsha, Yanni and I have gone to Simon and Porsha's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food, had a great time. Of course, Porsha had a wedding, and I'm at her wedding. I've seen Porsha in Atlanta out. We've laughed and talked. I am shocked that Porsha would go to a production company and Yanni and I have gone to sign. I am shocked to hear that Porsha would go to a production company and say that she doesn't want to work with me because we've had a lot of issues in the past. What lots of issues that we had in the past. Mind you guys, I haven't been a housewife in over 4.5 years, okay? Besides that, as Black women, okay, when you call a Black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems, I can't work with them on set, that is a death trap for a Black woman in the industry. We don't have any issues that we can't work together. We are professionals. We get on set and we work together and do what we got to do. Your issues in the past, if you had to pick a housewife, it certainly wouldn't be with me. It would have been with Kenya. It would have been with Candy. Those were your major issues. We've had petty things. We're on a reality show. So we obviously are going to have some sort of issues, but we've not had anything where we could not work together. I am shocked to hear that Porsha would go to a production company and say that she doesn't want to work with me because we've had a lot of issues in the past. What I'm sad and disappointed that Porsha would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie. I text her. So it's not like I'm doing this video. I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious? You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight and maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what y'all personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to pry. Yes, Yanni and Simon are hanging out together, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship. I'm sad and disappointed with that man. I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Porsha. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that you would do that. It's very disappointing. And people need to stop. They need to stop doing that. That's not right. With that man.
Okay, so you guys heard it here first, okay? So that's what she had to say. Now, what do I think? Okay. So there are a lot of moving parts to this whole entire Porsha Williams Gabadia Nene Leaks fiasco. I just okay. It was messy as hell for Porsha to call that production company and say that. It was very messy for her to allegedly call the production company and say that. Well, it's not allegedly because Nene Leaks, we just heard her say that that's what happened, that she actually called the company. It was messy as hell for her to do that. And especially after Nene text her and, like, hey, what's going on, for the reason that she gave when she said, hey, you didn't check on little sis. You're not checking on little sis. But I don't think it's about Nene Leaks not checking on little sis at all. You know what I think it's about? Because I don't think that Nene is coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think Porsha Williams is trying to make sure that her Bravo bag is secured. Because if you pay attention, at the end of the video, Nene ended up saying, well, not at the end of the video, at the beginning when she was explaining the issue, and the production company came back and said, hey, Porsha's not going to be here because she says that she has an issue with you from the past. So do you have any other issues with any other housewives? Because I guess whatever this show is, they wanted it to be strictly the Atlanta housewives. But if you pay attention, the person that they put on the show, they ended up putting on the show at the end with Nene was Cynthia, a now no longer housewife. Well, although Porsha is no longer a housewife right now, she is coming back. And as we all know, Nene Leaks and the production company over at Bravo, they don't have a good relationship. I believe that Nene Leaks is suing the Bravo network. I believe that, I mean, there's several footages all over media showing Nene Leaks kind of, telling her truth about her treatment at Bravo as a housewife of Atlanta. So I do feel as though a little of this could be that production company in Porsha Gabadia / Williams ear a little bit. I do believe that. I believe about 30% of it could be that, but then the other 70%, I say, okay. In true Nene fashion, because if she was about to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she is definitely gearing up for a great season. I stopped watching after, I think it was season 4, when they started to allow Kim Zolciak to, become very, have a very racial, like, kind of undertone. So I knew then it was time for me to get the hell up out of there. But I would definitely watch for a Nene Leaks comeback, less Miss Kim Zolciak. But now back to my initial thought. I wanted to make sure I pull this post up because I'm going to go ahead and share the screen in here in a bit here. But I do feel as though while 30% of it is the production company at Bravo, allegedly, in my opinion, this is not fact. This is my opinion. These are my thoughts. It could be the production company in Porsha's ear, like, no, it's not a good look, or, we can't have any affiliation with Nene. We have this lawsuit going with her, and anybody working for our network over there working with her kind of doesn't make us really look good, because we're building said case. So I do believe that 30% of it could be the whole Bravo thing that's going on with Nene. And then the other 70% of it, I do believe, is Porsha honestly feeling like, you didn't check on your little sis, and you've been over there Kool-Aiding with hoes, and do you fucks with me, or do you or don't you? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Which one is it? Is you my baby? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Because bam. And true Nene Leaks fashion, she follows up after her conversation with Porsha, and where Porsha had told her, "Oh, you didn't check on Lil Sis." Then the next thing I know, a couple hours the next day later, we get this Nene Leaks goes on a double date with Porsha Williams, ex-Simon Gabadia, and his new girlfriend, when she just said in the last video that, her dude hangs with Simon, making it clear that he over there hanging with Simon and his new beat, not me. And I'm not no type of woman that's fisting to put myself in the middle of what you and him got going on, because for all I know, she could just be a thought and y'all gonna get back together. I don't want to know your business unless you want to tell it to me. And then even still, I'm just going to listen. I'm not really going to have too much to say, because in that I got from Nene that she's really not a messy person. She knows how to put the mess out there and get the mess stirred and look messy and appear to be messy. But Nene is not a messy female, because a messy female, oh girl, they don't want to know all the tea. But in true Nene fashion, since you accused me of being messy, now let me show you how I can be messy. This is me being messy. See, this is Nene being messy. Porsha, when you said she didn't check on you and you felt like she was being messy, see, she wasn't being messy then. She hadn't quite started with her mess yet. She hadn't quite geared up to where she was going to really, be messy. But now she's showing you, girl, hold on, let's see. She's being very extremely messy. This would be Nene and her boo. And this will be Simon and his new boo. Hold on, honey. Nene Leaks teams up with none other than Porsha Williams, soon to be ex-Simon Gabadia, and his new girlfriend, as their connections take a surprising turn. Now, wouldn't that be funny if Nene Leaks were to be approaching and getting ready to come back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? She gets back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just so happened her and Porsha come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta in the same season. They've been getting along all this time that they've both been off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Both of them come back the same season, And they are now getting into it and to be really, really messy, just like the girls doing over there at Married to Medicine with Miss Sweet Tea and Quan, and bring this new chick. If Nene was to bring this new chick and let her get a check, girl, that is some messy stuff. But let me read, let me see, girl. What did the people over here have to say over here on Instagram at the All About the Team? Let me see, All About the Team. There's far too much that's going on in this world than to talk about Nene and those other grown people to get on IG and play childish games. Besides hanging out in nightclubs or on IG every day, what else do they have to do? Looks like nothing to me. They all needs to stay off of IG looking foolish. Well, get them together, okay? Another person goes on to say, close your legs to married men. And I quote, ooh, Nene, girl, they are clocking you in the comments. Girl, you just got clocked. One clock for Nene, Nene, you got clocked. Team Nene, that's a no-no. Who cares? Nobody cared when Porsha was doubling down when he was married to Phelan. Oh my God, who is this? Girl, well, Porsha, you know, you had been off in that lady house. You had been up in that lady's house and stuff like that or whatever. And you know, and then some kind of way you and Simon went to frolicking. And next thing you know, it was a Mariana going on. And, you know, an engagiana. And then y'all was married on, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really know, Porsha. I can't clock this person about this comment right here because Porsha, you lose them how you get them. I don't know, but I ain't gonna say nothing. This is just messy. I'm sorry. Why would she do this to a friend? That's a no-no. The same damn reason why a friend would tell a production company that she's difficult and hard to work with and try to damage her career because she feels like her friend is hanging with her soon-to-be ex-husband, him and his new girlfriend. So because you over here hanging with a man that I have no interest in anymore, and I don't want anymore, and I don't desire anymore, and I'm not with anymore. And while I was with this man, I saw you and your dude hang out with him, and I witnessed and saw that your dude and he do have a genuine friendship. So because he and I divorce or go through a breakup, should Porsha expect Nene's man not to be over there with his friend? That's stupid. Why would he not be over there hanging out and doing friend stuff? Because y'all are divorcing or catfighting or whatever your marriage is going through right now. So because you felt like she wasn't being loyal to you because her man was still hanging with your soon-to-be ex-husband, that she didn't have no loyalty to you. This is not messy. This is her showing her that she can be messy. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, she's showing she can be messy, okay? That's how she want to show the people is, I'm not messy, but I can be. And Porsha isn't any better, but come on now. So obviously, y'all just not feeling the people. Y'all just not feeling these people at all. Y'all just don't have no kind words. Then your mom tell y'all don't say nothing at all if y'all ain't got nothing nice about it. Don't say nothing. Porsha is messy as hell. Portia's childish as hell. Porsha knew exactly what the hell she was doing. She called that production company and told that production company that Nene was difficult to work with. She knew that there was Hollywood, there was career suicide. Like she said, Monique spent the whole 5 years plus and still to this day telling us when people label you as difficult to work with in this Hollywood industry, especially a black woman. And like Nene said, not only am I a black woman, but I am a big, black, fat black woman you should just be happy you got invited into the room. You should just be happy you were invited. How dare you complain and have requests and have morals and expectations? Who are you? You should be happy that we invited you here, black woman. She knew exactly what the hell she was doing. And then he had every right to come back out like, okay, look, girl, you want to play with me? When my man and this man was doing their grown man thing, I don't have nothing to do with that. But now you want to play with me, baby? I can play. We can play back because don't fuck with my coin and my purse. I opened the door for you, little hoe. I paved the way for you, little hoe, to do what you doing right now, little hoe. I'm just saying. Porsha Williams Gabadia. I am just saying. Truth be told, but nobody wants to speak facts. Nobody wants to tell the truth. Everybody wants to act as if these lanes were just already open. Nobody created the lanes. These Nicki Minaj people, how they like to act like they just, so original when they don't know the first thing about originality. But anyway, so yeah. Messy? No. I think Nene was showing her, oh, boo, I can be messy. I'm not being messy. But if being messy is what you need and want for me to be, then, oh, baby, you don't want to F with me because you wouldn't even be able to stand in the kitchen with the type of heat and fire I'm going to blast. So, no, ma'am, mess with Miss Nene Leaks is not what you want the honor. It's not what you want the honor. The girls are being very messy, just like this post right here. Over here at the neighborhood talk, honey. Let me do another quick shareization of the screeniana. And we're going to go to our last but never least topic. Baby. Let's share the screen with Miss Instagram so y'all can see what I'm seeing. And let me take my microphone out. Oh, my microphone is already out.
If you are a Black actress in this room, would you please stand up? Yes. Thank you so much for working so hard and representing for us. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Everybody else in this whole room, stand up for all of us Black actresses who have been representing for us. Support us. Join us. Because it's you who stand next to us every day. We know this. And we want to say thank you. Now you may sit down. Thank you so much. See, we're not alone. We are supported. And it's no secret, we are facing some seriously pivotal issues. Everyone's talking about inflation. You know what's not feeling inflation? Equal pay for Black actresses. Thank you, Taraji, for standing up for all of us. You know what, Taraji, as a matter of fact, if you are a Black actress in this room, would you please stand up? Yes. Thank you so much for working so hard and representing for us. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Everybody else in this whole room, stand up for all of us Black actresses who have been representing for us.
So we heard it. The post said, I support this movement to the fullest, but I just wish that when Monique said it, she celebrated the same way. And then another, the post read, y'all agree, neighbors, or are they two not, or are the two not comparable? Okay, let me have a real conversation with y'all right now. I'll BS aside, all fun and jokes to the side. What's happening right here with that post in the conversation with Hollywood, to me, in my opinion, is trying to do? They are trying to silence the message with background noise. Because I don't give a damn if Taraji should have stood with Monique or not. And there's all of this. What do you mean the two are not comparable? Or the two can't be compared? The two absolutely can be compared. They are the exact same thing is going on. I think people who, to me, this is what I see going on. I feel like people who did not actually sit and watch Monique's interviews, word for word, minute for minute, more than maybe 8 to 10 interviews, because I during that time on a day-to-day basis. As many interviews as she would do, I would watch them. So I know the story inside out. I see people saying stuff like, oh, the two situations are totally different. Monique was fighting for her individual, what she has individually at the in every interview. About 70% of those interviews that Monique has done speaking about this issue, she has always said, what about the baby coming behind me? What does she have coming? I'm not just fighting for myself, y'all. I'm fighting for that baby that's coming behind me. So as far as people trying to make it a thing that, oh, Monique is, well, she was kind of selfish in what she was saying, because it wasn't about black women as a whole in the industry and the inequality of the pay. When she went on the Breakfast Club and she talked about the Netflix deal, she included Wanda Sykes and how she just took the HBO deal. She talked about Viola Davis. She talked about all these women before, during, and that are going to come after her. So I don't get why people want to discredit Monique so very bad. Why it's so important for people to be able to silence this black woman, this beautiful African American, smart, intelligent, well-spoken, well-spoken and versed woman. It is a good question as to why Taraji did not rally behind Monique publicly when she was speaking. However, I'm not about to sit here and play this Hollywood oopsie daisy delusional game with you guys, with these general public people who like to act like this is how I know they didn't watch Monique interviews and they just don't want to like her, and they want to number one, continue to bully Monique, and number two, keep it on all this other outside noise conversation. That way, if you keep it on this outside noise about, well, why Taraji didn't stand up with Monique and Monique been saying, then that kicks it, that make us argue. They see, like right now, I'm on here. My topic says, should Monique have stood with, because I know y'all want to see that. That's not important. What is important is the fact that we now have eyes and attention, mainstream wise, on the fact that black women in Hollywood are not being paid equally. All this other outside conversation that's going on about Monique versus Taraji, and she didn't stand with Monique, and why she didn't stand with Monique, and if this then why Monique didn't stand with Violet. No. And I think another thing that people want to say and put on Monique so very bad, so that they just can continue with their self-hatred ideologies, is that, well, when Monique came out and Monique did all of that, and she kind of went on her tour about the mistreatments of the industry. It was said that she was difficult to work with, knowing darn well that Monique was not difficult to work with. She was none of those things. She was fighting for other people some of those times. I think she said when she made the movie Almost Christmas, the black director was being intervened by a white director, and she stopped production and said, hey, we're not going to do that. Here's the director. It confuses the set. And if this were a white man, you wouldn't be doing this. Those are the type of things that they are trying to use as situations to then label Monique as she's difficult, because she would not sit around and play quiet and play like she couldn't see this inequality and mistreatment going on in the workplace. So because she's going to speak up and say their name, see, this is what people are not understanding, and this is a very important point that Monique made in the Club Shay Shay interview when she was talking to Mr. Sharp, and she said, because I'm going to say their names. See, y'all missing it. I'm not against Taraji P. Henson. I have her product line back there. That's what my hair get washed with every 2 weeks up under this wig. I mess with Taraji. I mess with Yvette. I mess with Acrimony, Cookie. I mess with during her every role Taraji has done. She's a great actress. And she is a perfect person to speak on this, but what we're not going to do is act like Monique has not spoke on these same exact damn issues, and we're not gonna act like in those interviews that Monique were doing when this stuff was going on, she kept saying, hey, they continue to have this mentality, this old slave mentality of you should just be happy you got invited to the damn party. You are, number one, you are already a woman. Number two, you are a black woman. Number three, not only you are a black woman, but baby, you are a big fat black woman. And then not only you a big fat black woman, you happen to be a big fat black woman that won't shut up. And as men that dominate, white men that dominate the elite Hollywood industry, we need to be able to be able to continue to make sure that we have power over black women. And you're going to go against our rules and our game. You're not going to play the game nice. You're going to be difficult. You're going to want to know, well, why we ain't getting paid the same as them? Why I got all these Oscars and awards and these people don't even have half of the awards and Oscars that I have. They getting paid 12 times more than me. See, they have made that type of thing. Oh, that's difficult. Because you sitting over there, the most acclimated comedian to date, Monique is the most acclimated comedian, man or woman, and you trying to figure out, well, how can I be the most acclimated comedian? I have this on my resume. It says this here, that here, and I'm still receiving the type of paychecks I received on my underground, coming into the industry where no one knew me. How is that possible? The industry in Hollywood has now tricked us, general population, everyday people, because of social media, that those type of conversations and people who have those type of conversations, they are difficult. You are now difficult. You have now been deemed as difficult. Like, what the hell? That's difficult. Imagine that. Imagine being in your field that you work in every day. You've been working in this field for the last 15 years. You've not only just work in the field, you've managed to be supervisors in the field. You've managed to hire and fire in the field. You've managed to go around and train other people for the company. You've opened up different locations for the company. You've done all these things. And then it comes to the point where you're supposed to get you a raise, and they tell you all these things as to why you're not going to get a raise. What's going on? So if that's difficult, then God darn it, I guess Monique just will be difficult then, because that how is that difficult? But I don't care if and I'm happy that they put eyes on this conversation from a mainstream standpoint. That is great. That's what we need. Like, all this outside noise. That's why I didn't even want to go in and read the comments of the people who had commented up under that post, because to me that would be me feeding into what's not important here. And that is just not important at all. That's nonsense for real. The main thing we need to stay focused on is that we have mainstream eyes on this conversation. They were at the awards the other day, and that conversation was being presented at the awards. Was it a little performative? Hell yeah. We all know it was performative as hell. They would be scared to give Monique that type of, they wouldn't dare let Monique come to that award and say that, because that wouldn't have went like that. She would have had a whole segment, maybe a little 3-minute segment, 2-minute segment to, talking and break it down Monique style, but it would have been more than that. But I'm not interested in participating in that type of conversation. I'm not going to pit Monique against Taraji and vice versa. I don't need to see Taraji throwing shade at Monique. I don't need to see that. Now, when I seen Taraji throwing goddamn shade at Oprah Winfrey fake ass, let me see the shade of the Oprah Winfrey get thrown at her fake arse. Her fake arse. Yes. But Taraji and Monique, who have the same exact messages, yes, they do. I don't care about who's first, second, third, or last. I care about the conversation being had in the right rooms. is what I care about. Would it have been nice for Monique to be in that room having that conversation and being the forefront of that conversation? Absolutely, yes. But we didn't get it like that. And because Monique was not in that room having that conversation at that particular time, it does not mean that she's not still in the conversation, because Monique is very much so still in this conversation. So that's mess. That's mess for real. Real. The name of the conversation is called The Real Combo. We don't play those type of games over here, real ones. We real ones, for real. We don't participate in conversation that's tearing us down as a community. So I won't be participating in that part of that conversation as it relates to Monique and Taraji, but I will participate in the conversation about them too and what they are both talking about. So yeah, do y'all agree with what? Y'all let me know. Do y'all agree with tonight's commentary? Why do you agree? If you don't agree, tell me why you don't agree. You know we have two-way intellectual conversation over here. It takes two, baby. And if you're going to be telling me what yeah, I agree. You got to be telling me why. Put it down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Tell all your friends. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Real Come.